everyone, I am Nivi, that awkward witch, and this is my first ever YouTube video. I really wanted to dive into this other medium so I could make more pick a card readings because I just love talking and I love talking about weird shit and I love talking about tarot and just mystical stuff. So let's get right into it. This is a full moon in Pisces reading, so you can expect a lot of magic and a lot of epiphanies, hopefully. There is going to be one card for each sign, and I would suggest you check your moon sign. So let's get right into it. You can find your timestamp in the description below. If you're an Aries moon, then this message is for you. It feels like you're working very hard on something. You're working hard on your craft. You're working on the things that you are passionate about, and you're actually doing a really good job. I feel like there's not much advice here. Usually I would tell Aries placements to slow down, but I feel like you're already going at a very good pace. You're taking things one by one. You're trying to perfect your craft. You're trying to learn. You're trying to apply the knowledge that you learned, and you're just working on the things that inspire you, the things that make you happy. And if you are an Aries moon who's not working on something that's inspiring you, when I said that, what did you think of? What came into your mind? Whatever that is, that's probably something you should be working towards. So if you are an Aries moon who's unsure of what it is that inspires them and makes them feel passionate about it, then you need to use this full moon to kind of reflect on things. You need to ask for clarity. Perhaps it will come in your dreams, perhaps it's a sign, perhaps it's just that little voice in your head. A lot of times we know exactly what we want to do. And if you want to let go of your doubts, then this is also the perfect time, because Pisces is, like a dissolving of stuff. So you can dissolve your doubts and you can start working on things that you really want to work on. So pick up your tools, whatever that is, whether it's a paintbrush, a piano, or just your tarot cards, and start working on whatever it is you like. Take some space from the things that stress you, from the people in your life, whether that's a physical space or an emotional space, and just focus on what you love. You owe it to yourself, and you owe it to that thing itself. The things we're passionate about it for a reason, and it is our purpose to just do that thing as much as we can. So take your time to figure out what it is, but once you do, try to do it as often as you can to honor that. If you're a Taurus moon, then this message is for you. It feels like you are being extremely giving these days, which makes sense. You're a Venus-ruled moon, and you are going to be a giving person, someone who's very generous. And you give people your time, your energy, your love, which is all wonderful. But this Pisces full moon is asking you to reevaluate that just a little bit. The people who you're giving love to, are they giving it back? Are you getting the energy that you give? Is it being reciprocated? Are you feeling drained by giving too much? Because this card does have a balance, and it should be balanced, but it feels like there's a misbalance, because it's like something is getting too much while the other is getting not enough. So what is it that you're giving too much energy to, and what is it that you're giving not enough energy to? Perhaps the thing you're not giving enough energy to is yourself. So try to be honest with yourself, because a lot of times we kind of brush things off, especially when it comes to our own needs. But you really shouldn't do that, because that will deplete you, and then you're going to be empty and you're going to feel resentful, to be quite honest. So before that happens, try to reflect and try to be very, very clear with yourself. What or who is it that you're giving your energy to? This doesn't even have to be a person. Maybe you're giving your energy to some sort of activity that is draining you. And on the other hand, you should be giving some of your energy to things that fill you, things that fill your cup, that make you feel emotionally fulfilled. So this is a time to be extremely, extremely reflective and honest, and really get clear, where is my energy going? If you're a Gemini moon, then this is for you. This is a perfect card for this Pisces energy, because it shows a dream. It's not real. But is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? On one hand, you could be thinking or dreaming of things that are not so nice. And this card, this message is telling you that all these thoughts in your head, they are not real. These are just fears. And it could be that you're seeing something with a rose colored glass, and you need to be reminded of the reality of the situation. No matter what it is, I feel like this Pisces full moon is going to give you a lot of clarity. It's like these illusions, they're going to break apart. And if you're someone who's trying to make some sort of choice and you have many options in front of you and you're getting overwhelmed, then try to focus. Try to focus, and slowly the things that are not meant for you, they're going to fall apart. Those illusions, they're going to break, and only one thing will be left remaining. And oftentimes the thing that's going to be left remaining is going to be the thing you already knew is for you, because deep down we always know. But slowly but surely, the things that are not meant for you, they're going to fall apart. And these are going to be usually more superficial, materialistic things. And what's going to be left is something more fulfilling, something that fills your soul. Or if this is about a person, then the people who are not for you, they're going to kind of drift away. And the person who's meant for you, only they will be left standing. So whatever it is, any kind of illusion, any kind of things that are not real, whether it is fears or it is beliefs that don't align with yourself, give it time for them to fall apart, and slowly you'll be left with what is yours. This is for the Cancer moons, which is me. So this is a message for me as well. Interestingly enough, this card is in a Cancer decan, and this card is about not taking something that the universe is giving you. Why are you reluctant? I used to get this card a lot at one time in my life, and then I stopped getting it. But it's reminding you that whether it is an opportunity or a person or any kind of even a sense of hope or optimism, the universe is giving it to you. The universe is trying to give it to you, and there may be a reason where you're reluctant, and it could be that you're kind of blocking it out, because look at how this person is sitting. They have their arms and legs crossed. They're not receptive. They don't want it, but they need it. They need 4 cups, and the universe is giving them the 4th cup, but they don't want it. So this card is telling you that whatever it is you want, clarity, opportunities, love, whatever, a job, whatever it is, you need to first open yourself up to it, and genuinely open yourself up to it, like deep down. You could be saying out loud that, oh, I'm ready for this, but deep down you have doubts, you have insecurities, you have a kind of resistance to it, and you will feel it. So try to let go of that resistance. Remind yourself you deserve this thing. Remind yourself that the universe wants your best, and whatever is for you, you will be given that. Be open and be receptive. This could also be an opportunity that you just can't see. Like, on one hand, it's something that is on its way, and once you open yourself up to it, it will come. But for other people, it could be this is something that's already here. You're just not looking at it, you can't see it. So take that opportunity. For me, this was probably about making YouTube videos, and here I am. So I've taken the cup. Why don't you take it? This is a message for the Leo moons. You guys need to slow down. Venus is retrograde in your sign, and Venus is telling you to slow down, to take care of yourself, to be gentle with yourself. And this full moon in Pisces is giving you a chance for that. It's giving you a chance to go with the flow. You guys are very passionate, you guys cared, and you have that fire energy, so you can go with a lot of speed. But speed can burn us out. And this card is telling you that you may have a lot of ideas, you may have a lot of passion, inspiration, you may even have a lot of energy. But if you go too fast, you will burn yourself out. And then you won't be able to do any of the things you want to do. And what is the point if we cannot do the things that we are passionate about? So remind yourself to go slow, to go with the flow. And if you have too many things in your head, then I always do this visualization exercise where I picture all my tasks falling away and getting blown away by the wind. Sometimes if I have a to-do list, I imagine all my tasks in my head flying away and entering my to-do list where they came from. And then I picture a big tape going over my to-do list, and it's like it has sealed those tasks in the to-do list, and now they're not in my head anymore, and my head is empty, and I can just go with the flow, and I can allow for things to happen at their own pace. This is also very good for just getting ideas, because when your head is too overpopulated by all things you need to do, then you won't have any space for intuition for the main thing. So go slow and remind yourself that things happen when they're meant to happen. Have a little bit of trust. This is the card for the Virgo moons. You guys are very, very aligned right now. It really seems like the things in your mind, the ideas and the inspirations, they are quite aligned for who you are. And now you need to drive yourself. And that means going with your own personal flow. This is kind of similar to the Leo message, but it's also not the same, in the sense that you already are aligned, and you just need to make sure that your pace aligns as well. So the Chariot card, this person is driving this chariot with their own willpower. They are very connected to the divine, and they can steer their life in any direction they want. So if you are one of those Virgo moons who is a bit confused right now, ask for clarity and ask for strength to go in the direction that you want. So you need to embody this chariot energy. This is a major arcana card, so this is more of a general kind of an archetype. So you need to embody this archetype. You need to make sure that wherever it is you're going, you are going at a steady pace, and this is exactly where you're meant to be. In order to do that, you will have to make sure that you're not rushing. You will have to make sure that you're saying no to the things that don't align, and you will have to make sure that you're connected with the divine. So try to slow down and try to be a little more intentional about the things that you're doing. Don't just do anything for the sake of it or just for some sort of validation. Do it because you want to do it, and try to be, like I said, try to have an efficient pace. It doesn't matter how fast you're going, as long as you're going in the right direction. So make sure your direction is right, and how you will get there, you can figure that out. A message for the Libra moons. You guys are afraid to take the leap. You're scared of the changes that will come along by taking this leap, and you are holding your own self back. But that is not good. If you're the one holding yourself back, then when you're older, the only regret you'll have is this, and you'll only blame yourself. So try to be a little more trustful. Try to have more faith in the universe and have more faith in yourself. Wherever you land, you can handle yourself. No matter what situations comes your way, you can deal with it, and the universe has your back. You can do anything you want, and you are supported. And if the universe is pushing you or encouraging you to go in a certain direction, and you know yourself it is right as well, then why are you not doing it? Fear cannot hold us back, because fear is always going to be there. And if you let it hold you back, you'll always be in the same place, and you will feel stagnant and even resentful of yourself. So try to take the leap. Don't resist it. And if you'd like more help, ask the universe to nudge you a little more. If you're very brave, then you can ask the universe to just push you wherever you're meant to be, and you'll land there, and you'll land safely. You have an inner parachute, and you're going to open it up, and you're going to land. So don't be too afraid of these changes, because discomfort is natural, and discomfort tells us we're growing, and growth is the best thing ever. You need growth, and you need to make aligned decisions. So if you're on the edge of the cliff, you can jump in, or ask the universe to just push you. You'll be fine. This is the message for Scorpio moons. Don't be afraid. It's the Tower card, and I know people are scared of it, but honestly, this card is just about a sudden change. And oftentimes, they lead us right where we're meant to be. Regardless, this card is in reverse, and to me, this is more of a sudden change, but deep down. So You may have had some sort of epiphany or realization, or you're going to have it during this Pisces full moon, and it's going to change the way you look at things. It's going to change the way you approach things in life. It may even urge you to slow down a little, to not be so impulsive. You are Martian after all, and it may urge you to just go with the flow. I've said this a lot, but it's a Pisces full moon. Flow is a main thing. So, this inner change is very much needed. You need to feel that shift within yourself. And if that hasn't happened yet and you would like for it to happen, invite it. Ask the universe for clarity. Ask the universe to show you things. This could be a sign, it could be a dream, it could be some sort of divination. But whatever it is, it will change the way you approach things. So be okay with that. Be okay with this inner change. Don't think that just because I'm changing, I'm not who I used to be and I'm not me anymore. All these versions are you. I mean, as a Scorpio, if you're always transforming, that's the key word, then this is inevitable. But this one is a bit more major than the other changes you go through. So invite it, be open to it, and really feel the shift because it is exactly what you needed. This is the message for Sagittarius moons. You guys are working on something, you're working hard, you're striving, you're putting in the hard work, you're building something piece by piece, and it's coming out beautifully. So if you have been feeling a little discouraged, if you've been feeling you're not seeing any results, then this is a reminder that things are coming together and you are bringing them together and just sort of combining all the best parts of yourself, all your skills, and you're creating something wonderful. So keep going, and because this is the seventh card, it's like the results will come very, very soon. You're almost at the end goal, and just keep going. Don't let your doubts stop you. Things happen eventually. They happen when they're meant to happen, and we are supposed to keep working. So whatever it is you're building, keep building it. Another thing this message is saying is to also set some boundaries, because it feels like while you're building this amazing thing, you may be giving it a little too much energy, and if you continue to do this, you will feel a little burnt out. And the fact, if there's some sort of doubt seeping in, then this is kind of adding to that. When you take a break, when you actually rest, you connect with yourself more and you remember why it is you're doing something. So sometimes in all the hard work, you can get a little lost, and you need to take a break and remind yourself, what is my purpose behind this? And once you do that, you will work even more better. So try to take a break, try to keep these wands down for a second and lie down. So this work you're doing, it will come together. Just keep going, but take breaks, and everything will be great. This is your message if you're a Capricorn moon. You guys may be struggling with a choice, or you may be dreading some sort of inevitable choice. And this is my reminder that you are perfectly capable of making the right choice for yourself. And if you've been struggling to make that choice, then you need to slow down, because you may be getting a little too caught up in the pros and the cons and just constantly thinking about it, and what we kindly refer to as analysis paralysis. So try to first of all slow down and take a chill because I know that Capricorn moons can have a tendency to just overanalyze things. So try to feel this one out. Every choice cannot be made by looking at the pros and cons. Sometimes you need to just use your intuition, use your emotions. There's nothing wrong with making choice with our emotions guiding us. They do guide us, and it is very important to listen to them. So if you slow down, then you can allow that clarity to come through. It could also be that you have been stressing a little too much, and this could be related to this choice or just in general, and you're feeling overwhelmed. And a simple solution to that is to play more, to dance more, to invite more humor, to find the humor in things, to laugh about stuff, to invoke this energy of this guy who's just dancing. It seems like he has quite a serious thing in his hands, but he's still laughing about it, which is a good thing. It's good to find humor, it's good to be more jovial, and to just be light about stuff so that it doesn't get to you. So if something goes wrong, laugh. And if you're trying to make a choice, then slow down and invite clarity and listen to what your heart is saying, because that is what you really need. This is for the Aquarius moons. Okay, you may be struggling a little bit. You may be feeling hurt. You may be feeling disappointed. Maybe something didn't turn out the way you wanted. Someone didn't act the way you wanted them to. Someone hurt you. And this is really the time to feel that pain. You could always journal. You could always dance your pain out. You could always kind of put yourself up, like, empower yourself, tell yourself that it's all going to be okay. But this is really not the time for any of those things. This is the time to cry. It is the Pisces full moon, and if you guys have a tendency to hold your emotions in, then this is the time to break down those walls and just let that water flow through. This is a time to cry it out, to feel that pain, to feel that loss, to feel that grief. Grief is something that never really goes away, but you need to start by feeling it a little bit. So feel your pain, cry it out. Don't repress it. Repressing is not the solution. As someone with Aquarius placements, I know you guys have a tendency to repress stuff. So don't do it. It's fun to cry as well. So let it out, feel that pain, and just be there for yourself. Just let yourself feel it and be compassionate with yourself, be gentle with yourself. And just remind yourself, you're going to be fine. But now, you're not fine. And that's okay. This is the card for Pisces moons, and oh my god, we got the card for Pisces and the card which is the moon, and it is your lunar return. And your lunar return this time is gonna be the full moon. That's amazing. You guys are extra intuitive right now. You're gaining a lot of clarity, especially from your dreams. Subconscious mind is giving you messages, and these messages are telling you about your psyche, how you function, how you process emotions. So please listen to them. No matter how weird the dream is, keep a dream journal. Try to see what message that dream is telling you and allow that clarity. This is amazing. I'm just not over how we got this card. And yeah, the main focus right now is your subconscious and the way your subconscious mind functions. So you will be gaining a lot of clarity right now, and you will be learning a lot about yourself, which is great. It's always good to learn about ourselves. So allow this knowledge, invite this knowledge, and don't resist it. This has been a common theme throughout these messages, that is to not resist and to allow things, which makes sense. It is the Pisces moon. So allow things to come your way, allow the information and the insight to come your way, and however you do your intuitive stuff, do it. Whether your version of being intuitive is painting or doing divination or just doing some sort of weird astral projection stuff, do whatever it is. I think this is a good time to do it. Of course, be safe, but try to really tune into your intuition at this time, because you're getting a lot of messages, and these mostly revolve around your own subconscious mind, and these mostly revolve around how you can heal. So if this is a little bit of an emotional time for you, that's okay. Feel those emotions, learn about yourself, and just you will also be finding ways to heal. So this is great. This is very good, and just allow it.